design mistakes, right? Now these are quite common. Now as we go about styling our homes every other day, we might be making mistakes without even realizing it. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be discussing some of the most common mistakes and how to fix them. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Fazati Ali and I'm an interior designer who's always giving the best tips on how to make your space look stunning. Now today's video is very special because we are going to get into the most common mistakes that we make when styling our homes, and we're also going to learn exactly how to fix them. So I'm quite excited for this. I hope you'll be able to correct the mistakes you might be making in your home and make that space look stunning. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first very common mistake that is made by a lot of people is not knowing your interior design style. Now why is this important? When it comes to interior design, you have several different styles that you can work with, and they're all quite different. All the styles have specific characteristics, they have their own color palettes, they have their own sort of furniture pieces, and so you want to figure out what is your style so that you would know exactly what you're working with. Without knowing your style, what you end up doing is, picking different items that do not even match together, and then having to end up creating a space that does not really come together and actually looks a bit more of a disaster. We have minimalist style where the color palette is more neutral. You have very simple furniture pieces. We have Japandi, little bits of browns here and there with woody furniture pieces. We have industrial. You're probably gonna go for a lot more metal, more of a rustic look on your walls with bricks or something of the sort. So they're all different and they all need different attention. Once you've decided what your interior design style is, the next thing you need to do is have a mood board. This will also guide you and keep you in track when you're buying pieces for your space. Now the easiest method to do this is to actually just use Pinterest. I feel like here Pinterest will be your best friend. Go into Pinterest, create a board, and on your board save pictures that will guide you in creating the space that you want. Type in whatever style you want to work with, pick out inspiration pictures, and this will also allow you to also decide what furniture pieces you're going with. Now this will make it easy, such as when you walk into a store, you do not get easily confused. As humans, it happens a lot. You walk into a store, a chair looks good, you want to go with it. A mirror looks good, it was not really in your plan. Oh, why not? Let me add this into my space. They look good individually. How about when you bring them into one space? You need to also think about this. That's why creating a mood board will actually help you keep yourself in track so that you know this will actually work, this might not work, because you'll be following a guided sort of imagery that will actually allow you to create a more cohesive, beautiful space. Now, if you love more than one interior design style, this is still okay. Just make sure you're bringing them together in a cohesive way that will still make the room look pleasing and aesthetic. Now, if you're yet to figure out your interior design style, I would suggest use Google. Just search interior design styles. Once the names pop up, check out each name individually. Look at what space usually actually speaks to you or which spaces you usually like, and that's easy peasy. And from that point on, please make sure that when you're styling your space, you create a certain mood board towards the style that you like, and you'll be set to go. Now another very common interior design mistake that we make is when choosing our rugs, and this is when we go for a rug that is way too small. Now when do we say a rug is too small? Now this is when you lay out your rug in your living room area, none of your furniture pieces get to sit on it, maybe other than just your coffee table. This makes it look like it's floating between the space. It does not look good and is not the appropriate size for the space. You want to ensure that when you choose a rug for your space, you actually have at least the front legs of your sofa and your accent chairs sitting on it, or the entire pieces of furniture such as your sofa and accent chairs are on the rug. The same thing will apply for the dining area, where you want to ensure that here you have a rug that totally fits your chairs even when you pull them out. What you want to avoid is obviously having a chair that sits half on the floor, half on the rug, such that pulling it in and out is actually causes the rug to move or bend, or you don't really want that. So to pick the right rug size, you definitely want to ensure that you're taking measurements of your space before you actually go out and buy a rug. Also, do not make the mistake of choosing a circular rug made for a rectangular dining table. This will be more appropriate when you're working with a round dining table. So guys, don't make that mistake of having floating rugs in the center of the room. Now when it comes to the living room area, a common furniture mistake that people make is pushing all their pieces against the wall. Now if you have a small space and you have no choice but to do this is fine. But if you have a large space and you're pushing everything against the wall, then you're leaving a lot of empty space in the middle, which actually looks awkward. Try to move all your furniture pieces in the center area. This also makes it more convenient for conversational purposes and so on. It also allows you to create traffic spaces behind the sofa area or behind the accent chairs, allowing free-flowing movement in the room. Another thing to note is once you have your furniture in the center pieces, also do not just leave your sofa maybe bare facing the door area. This does not exactly give the best look. Try to cover the back of your sofa with maybe a console table with vases on it or a few accessories. Even table lamps can do. You can also just go ahead and have a nice bench or just a small table with a few accessories on it. This will look a whole lot better. Now still on this furniture pieces, something else you want to avoid is having same height furniture pieces in the whole room. This will make it look a bit boring. You want to play around with height variations so that you're also incorporating the principle of balance and scale into your space. Try to have floor lamps, try to have tall planters, try to have a vase with tall flowers and so on. A difference in variations of heights will actually create a more interesting look in the space. Now another very common mistake that I see a lot with homeowners and builders is choosing multiple colors. I don't understand why. You enter into a home, it looks great on the outside. Then once you come inside, you have a pink living room, you have an orange bedroom, you have blue tiles in the toilet, it's just a lot of colors coming together and it just creates confusion. It does not look great anymore. People really need to avoid this because it doesn't look great. When you're styling any space, what you're trying to do is create some sort of cohesiveness, and you can only do this if your design is flowing space by space. My advice as an interior designer is try to pick a neutral, base for the entire house. Go white, go grays, just something light and easy to have in all the spaces, and then pick a color you like, your accent color, and play around with it in different tones or shades in the different rooms. Maybe in your bedroom areas you can have different colors. Those are places that are more private, not everybody's gonna come into them. Have different colors in there, play around with the different rooms. But if you're working with a dining and a living room and a kitchen and they're pretty close to each other, everybody's gonna be moving around in these spaces when they come to your home. Just create a nice flowing design. This will look a whole lot better. Even with your tiles, don't go for overly patterned tiles. Simplicity is always best. Just pick something simple that looks amazing, and you'll definitely be having a more outstanding look in your bathrooms and floors and so on. So if you're building your home, kindly always incline towards neutral colors, and feel free to play around with other colors maybe in your soft furnishings and so on. Try to keep your walls as plain and as neutral as possible, because this will actually allow you to be able to change and play around with different colors when it comes to furnishing. Now when it comes to artwork, a common mistake that I've seen quite often is either hanging them too high or too low. Now to be able to appreciate the beauty of an artwork that you hang on a wall, try to keep it at eye level. This actually looks better no matter the space, and will actually give your home that aesthetic you're looking for. Hanging your artworks way too high up the ceiling does not look good, neither does it allow anybody to enjoy, the beauty of that piece. And on top of that, it's not appealing to have it all the way near the ceiling. Midpoint of your wall might actually be the best option, so before you hang your art pieces, try to first picture or use double-sided tape to figure out where exactly would be the best height to hang it before you fix it there permanently. Also, when it comes to art pieces, kindly just go for larger pieces. I see people who usually go for very small pieces of artwork that just hang very awkwardly on whatever wall in the house. I don't like how it looks. I mean, you'd rather not have that artwork at all instead of just having it there, because it doesn't bring anything. It's just hanging on its own. It's a bit messy actually. So always go for larger pieces. If you're going for smaller pieces, have a number of them so that you're creating a gallery wall. This will look a whole lot better. So this is some of the common mistakes we make when styling our interiors. I hope you got to learn something and will be able to fix any of the mistakes that you might be making in your space. Now I have other previous video where I also discuss common interior design mistakes. One is titled "Stop Doing This to Your Home," and another one is also on just interior design mistakes. Now do check this out, because you'll be able to learn completely different tips from the ones I've discussed today, and they could also be mistakes that you might be making in your home, so you'll be able to learn how to fix those too. Anyway guys, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video today. Do feel free to like, comment, subscribe and share. I'll be truly grateful. Anyway guys, see you next time inshallah with another video. Love you guys so much. Bye bye.